Okay, so I am back in my room. As you can see, I'm talking about the Netflix Afterlife thing again. I finished it the same night that I recorded the last video, the first video, but I did not make a second video. This is my second video talking about Afterlife. So yeah, I was really depressed. Not depressed. I was in a good mood, but I was really sad all that video. But I'm not. I had a pretty good day. It was a good show. I really liked it. And towards the end, it was like he became kind of hopeful. Still sad, still a little angry, but things were looking up for him. I don't know the time period of like how long the show was supposed to be taking place over, but it if everything I had watched up until the last episode was relatable and seemed true, and then that must mean that at some point I'm going to hit that point. I'm going to hit that mark where I'm hopeful and looking forward to things. I I can see myself being there, maybe, I hope, at some point. We'll see. But it was a very good show. I think it was 9 episodes. I forget. I finished it 2 days ago, and I'm not sure how many episodes it was. My hair's kind of sticking up right here. Damn. But it was really good. Very good, very relatable. Um, Nothing that, happened in the show did I go, well, that's not true. That's not real. Um, he was very suicidal in the show, and that's where I am kind of. It's like in the show, one of the characters said, "Well, you are still hopeful. You're not where I'm at." If you haven't seen the show, I suggest turning this off if you want to watch it, because I'm going to be talking about it. He's like, if I had all this money, I would go out and buy drugs and end it all. And so Tony gave him money enough to OD, and he did. So Tony is in pain through the whole show. I'm in pain. But I wouldn't kill myself, even though I talk about it. And I don't really care about things. Like, I'm still at the point where, like, I don't care what happens to me. If somebody were to come in and put a gun to my head and say, I'm going to shoot you, I'll be like, okay. I wouldn't panic. Be like, okay, well, let's go. What's the worst that can happen? I die. In one episode, he was like, I would be, I would rather be nowhere with her than somewhere without her. And I totally get that. I would rather be dead and nowhere with my husband than somewhere without him. That's how I feel right now. Um, I get it. A lot of people I don't think, understand. Um, I don't know. And we didn't have kids. We don't have kids, so I don't have that to say, well, I have to be there for my kids, because I don't have kids. We never were able to have them. and we didn't have the money to find out if it was me or him. So I don't know if I can have kids. Honestly, that's not really important to me right now. I'm never going to find anyone to have kids with, so it doesn't matter. Um, I mean, besides, who wants. Anyway, I don't want to say that. Um, that usually doesn't end well, from what I've discovered. Uh, Besides the show being totally awesome and great, and that I finished it, and I'm really happy and with the outcome. Um, I'm going to talk about what I did today, which was nothing. That's not entirely true. I woke up really late because last night I was up all till 2 or 3 on well, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, which is what I usually do on Tuesday, Wednesday, is I'll stay up because I'll go out, play games with my friends, and then I'll come home, and him and I would stay out really late and then come home and wake up later on Wednesday. I still do that. I haven't stopped. So I woke up really late and I went outside. I got a little bit of sun. See, I'm getting sun. I don't like the fact that I'm getting sun. I like my very pale skin. I really do. I like how pale and white I am. I went out and I saw my next door neighbor, who we've been neighbors forever. And I went over and I talked to her, which I don't do. I don't talk to people. But I hung out with her all day today. It was weird. Well, it wasn't weird, it was nice. But it was weird for me because I don't talk to people. And I was telling her, oh, how I wish I could get the pool fixed because I would love to go back out in my pool and go swimming, but the pump's broken and it's not clean and I need to clean it. It's been like that for 2 years. And she's like, well, my son can do that. And I was like, oh, don't bother him, because we grew up together, kind of. I mean, he's like 5 years older than me, but we never hung out because he was 5 years older than me. And we never spoke at all. And when we did, it was no more than maybe a few words. We never really actually talked. So we actually talked today, and it was okay. I mean, I never noticed him before. He was he's the same age as Rob, but I never noticed him before. I was always like, oh, Rob, Rob. I'm like that. I'm with somebody and I don't notice anybody else, which is, I guess, good for that other person. But I never noticed him before, and I'm looking, I'm like, okay. He seems nice. I mean, he's had, problems in the past, but he seems nice. My next door neighbor on the other side of me really likes him. She thinks he's really cute. He's not bad looking. And he's definitely the body type that I like, which is, big. But she likes him, and I'm not looking, so we'll see how that works out for them. Hopefully well. Hopefully it's good. But he helped me with my pool today. He was like, I'll get this fixed and running for you, and clean so you can go swimming. I was like, well, that's great, because if you do, you can come over and go swimming anytime you want. I don't even care. You just come right over, jump in the pool whenever. I don't have to ask. It's fine with me. I don't care. It's my pool. I paid for it. You can do whatever. So he helped me. He's helping me drain it. It's still draining right now. But it's above ground pool. It's not like a in-ground pool. It's an above ground pool. And it'll be fun because I have not been swimming in a while, and I want to go swimming. And I would love to go to one of the springs here in Florida, but I don't have a car. I mean, I have a car, but the transmission's broken, and I don't have the money to fix that. I don't have money. I fucking don't have money. It sucks. And I do work, but I need to get a full-time job. I have a part-time job, and I get paid per piece, and I don't do, like, fast food or anything like that. You know, there's nothing wrong with it if people do that. It's great, but I can't. I had food thrown at me, and that was day 2 into the job of fast food, and I was like, never frickin' again. I have way too much pride for something like this. So I walked out, and I never looked back. I was like, no, I do not get paid enough money to deal with that kind of bullshit. But yeah, so I need to find another job. I can paint minis, like, for games and stuff, like tabletop games, which I do. But I don't get paid for it. Did I just... Wow, look at that. You see the white here and here, and... Did I just scratch there? I don't even... whatever. Anyway, and I paint. I'm artist. It's what I do. I'm working on my sketchbook to get my portfolio up, so that way I can see if I can get an apprenticeship at a tattoo parlor. So that's something I'm working on. But until I can get there, I'm looking for work here in the area. I made this video a few days ago, 2 days ago, about, like, being a phone sex operator and thinking, like, seriously about it, and how I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm still thinking about it, so it's kind of like, oh, will it be that bad? I mean, I don't know. When you want money and need money, it's kind of like, well, I can do something really easy, and that seems easy, but again, I don't think I will do it, but it's still floating around in my head. I never really know. You know, you can change your mind. But yeah, so that's it. That's all from today, and I finished Afterlife, and it was great. So if you haven't seen it yet, and I haven't soured you on the idea of it or gave you too much information on it, and you want to see it, definitely see it. Ricky Gervais is freaking awesome. He is definitely himself. You could see a lot of him in this character, because they're very similar. Does that look swollen to you? Who am I fucking asking? Anyway, I'm gonna go. I am going to do some more sketching, surf around on YouTube, check some other websites. I will post another video later. This is the life of the good potatoes. Bye, everybody.